I want to spend some time talking to you guys about looping in both spiritual and practical aspects in terms of dreaming and goal setting.
Your lifestyle is an expression of your purpose, right? And it's multifaceted. So what do I mean by that?
He has a life purpose lab at the school.
Cool.
And his entire research is on helping people find their purpose. And he talks about how most people think, if I just find my purpose, if money wasn't an issue and qualification wasn't an issue, what would you be doing? And what would you want to do?
Well, I do have something to add. And what life would you want to live?
Hey guys, welcome back to the Pillay Place Podcast here, where we talk about family, faith, and finance. We are going to be, the new year is starting, and I want to spend some time talking to you guys about looping in both spiritual and practical aspects in terms of dreaming and goal setting. So we'll share a little bit about what we do and how we do it with faith. You want to get us started, babe?
Yeah. So, when it comes to, a lot of people are, looking at their year ahead and maybe thinking about what their dreams and goals are this year. What do they want to accomplish? Mm-hmm. I know for me, the biggest thing that I want to do this year is kind of slow down more than speed up.
Yeah, it's interesting you said that, because as I was doing some research for this episode, I looked up the top New Year resolutions for 2026. I was done through Statista and YouGov.
Okay.
Excuse me. So the first thing that people want to be better at is financial and career growth.
Okay.
I think that's pretty practical.
Yep.
The second, which has been pushed down, because usually it's the first thing, is physical health.
Okay.
Right? Exercise more, eat better.
It's not that important.
And
Money's
then,
way more.
well, I think the money went up, like the financial and career growth took priority this coming year because of just how...
When unaffordability is the highest that it's ever been. So that makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we have to be practical, but yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
usually in previous years, it has been physical health.
Okay.
And then there is a massive trend towards being more present.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
70% of people want to practice like gratitude, and they want to unplug, have quality time, and even having weekly check-ins
Awesome.
and connecting more with people.
Wow.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because with the rise of technology and social media, you would think people are more connected. But reality is people have become more absent,
More disconnected.
more disconnected. So that's interesting. But back to dreaming, the one piece that I think that is important to me when it comes to dreaming, especially spiritually, is I learned, one, dreaming is completely, co-signed by God. Let's put it that way. God is a dreamer himself, but more importantly, he gave a lot of people in the Bible a lot of vision. Mm-hmm. And when I say vision, I mean that he would give them a promise, give them something to look forward to. Our last episode talked about Abraham, where he couldn't really help Abraham better understand about how many descendants he would have without showing him the stars in the sky and the sand on the seashore. Mm-hmm. Like when you think about those things physically, you're like, oh my God, that's a lot of descendants, right? And that was the natural thing to look at. But he constantly gave folks something to imagine. In the Bible, it's all filled throughout, right? And that is very important because imagination is a tool he gave us. He put it inside of us as a characteristic of a human being so that we could use it to benefit ourselves and mankind.
Yeah. So how did we do it?
I know for one thing that I've learned dreaming with you is I'm not going to downplay the physical things. We've achieved a lot. We've dreamed about homes. We've built homes. That's a nice physical thing. But more importantly, we've frequently thought about the life we want to live versus the thing we want?
Yeah. I think of Proverbs 16:9. A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to, and we do this not just the new year, or we actually do this quite often where we come together and we look at, okay, our dreams and our goals as a family, as a couple, as individual,
Yeah.
and what we do. And part of that is the dreaming piece, but what exactly is that? It's asking, what is it that we, not goals as in, I want this material things, but what is it that we want to, what kind of life we want to live?
Yeah. Let me just kind of go back to the scripture because that's really important.
Okay.
You mentioned a man plans his way, right? What it's really pointing to for me is what is the desire inside of you, inside of your heart, that's really pulling you in a certain way. The pull, what's the pull? And then essentially, if you surrender to God, right? And we can talk about what that looks like.
Yeah.
But if you surrender to God, He gives you the ability to carry out these things to go get it.
Yes. So what you're talking about is actual like purpose and what's inside of you.
Yeah. And even the practical steps, right?
Sure.
But if, it would be helpful if you're just jumping onto this episode to go back to the last episode, which is episode number 13, and listen to that for a little bit because it talks about what's inside of you.
Yeah. So, yes, good point. We got to kind of understand the stuff that's already inside of you.
Yeah.
You know, I had this, is it last year, maybe early this year, I went out to California, had a 3-day training
Yeah.
on helping people find their purpose.
Okay.
And so I got connected with an amazing professor at University of Connecticut, Bradley Wright.
Okay.
So he has a life purpose lab at the school.
Cool.
And his entire research is on helping people find their purpose. And he talks about how most people think, if I just find my purpose, like as if it's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But the purpose should be, or could be viewed more like a light
Yeah.
that's inside of you, and that's the guiding light for you to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
It's actually listening inward and not about I'm going to go search for my purpose in life, because you actually already have that purpose inside of you.
Right.
And you're using that to walk out your journey.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's important what you're saying. And, we want to get into some of the practical things in dreaming. But the purpose, your lifestyle is an expression of your purpose, right? And it's multifaceted. So what do I mean by that? I'm a dad for my kids. Mm-hmm. With my kids, I'm their dad. I'm their father figure. I'm the leader at home. With you, I'm your husband. At work, I have a certain role, right? Those have different expressions of what God created me to be, who I am, what I enjoy doing, my desires,
Yeah.
right? And really kind of goes back to my dreams and my goals and things like that.
Yeah. Well, delight yourself in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart.
Right.
Right? So seeking him first, and you're looking at that again, that desire, that's the guiding light, that purpose.
So I have a question for you. What do you mean by seeking him first? How do we do that?
It's finding the ultimate joy, peace, and satisfaction in God's presence,
Okay.
rather than any material things. And I think sometimes we view, and I've caught myself doing this, like we kind of view him as like a genie. Lord, I want this, I want this, I want this. But when, kind of like how my kids are, Mom, I want this and this. Right. But the thing is, we want a relationship with him. We seek him, and we have a
Well,
relationship.
he seeks that too.
Yes. And so when we're dreaming, and we're dreaming with him, he's the our dreams are influenced
Yeah.
by him.
Right.
And when it's influenced by him, then my goodness, like it's already there for us.
Yeah. So can we make it a little practical at this point? Right. So what Van and I do is we take a particular life that we want to live. For example, quality time with the kids, and we take it down to, okay, what can we do to get this quality time?
Okay.
Right. I know a few years ago you actually redid your entire schedule. You're like, I want to go. The only way I can do this is I can go part time. And before I could even blink, you quit your job. So
I think it was like a week later.
yeah, maybe don't do this. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Well, when I saw that you were like agreeing with me,
Yeah.
I just did it.
Well, I just turned around and you quit your job.
Yeah, I put down here like letting God be the influence of your dreams, hopes, and goals.
Yeah.
Right, because I feel like when we include him in it, we already have his yes,
Yeah.
and that is already done.
Right. You know, the how do you know? I guess the question to you would be, how do you know that he's included in your dreams?
Well, for me, if it feels impossible,
Yeah.
right?
That's a good one.
If it feels like, because then I know it's not my doing,
Yeah.
it's all him.
Yeah.
It is also when it feels a little exciting
Yeah.
that it is not, it's not simple. Like our dreams and our goals are not easy
Yeah.
to achieve by ourselves.
Right. I love it that you said that it's impossible, because reality is most of the dreams that we've dreamed and even seen come to fruition is things that we were like, this is going to be really hard to do by ourselves.
Yeah, and we kind of put a timeline to it, right? And it usually
we don't really stick to the timeline because
we don't.
things happen, and yeah.
Yeah.
But just on that, so the 2 points we've made so far is, one is dreaming's okay. There's something that's completely okay. It's spiritual. It's fine. Keep dreaming. Keep imagining. And then the other piece that we talked about is how,
And wait, sorry, I'm gonna add, like dreaming doesn't have to be like realistic, because
Yeah.
you're in that bubble of, you're in a box, and dreaming is to actually get out
to
of
not
that
have
box.
limits. Yeah, it's outside limitations. And then the other piece that we talked about is we typically, involve God in it. We check with our desires, right? Essentially, I'm just summarizing what we're saying. And we look we kind of essentially think about the impossible things. And then the piece that I wanted to say is, we still do the practical things, like we will go walk, right? In the book of Genesis, chapter 13, verse 17,
Okay.
God commands Abraham to survey the land, the promised land, meaning that he go to walk the land of it, walk the breadth, walk the width, the breadth, the depth, and really get an understanding of what I'm giving you. Meaning that we go and walk it. I wanted an RV, still want an RV.
Well,
So
I think of the time when we were at, we just got married,
yeah,
and I'm not sure if we even shared this before, but we just got married and we were dreaming of a home,
yeah,
and we, like every weekend, we would drive to this particular neighborhood that's like 45 minutes away from where we were
yeah,
at. We'll take the dogs with us,
Yeah.
and we'll walk that community every single week. It was like the thing to do.
2 years later, that people thought we lived there.
Like people thought we lived there.
Yes.
Because like our dogs would poop there and we'd clean it up. And,
Yeah.
we'd walk there so much that we got to know the neighbors before we even moved in.
Yeah. And we have a dream board.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah. A very big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we put pictures on it. Mm-hmm. We also put scriptures on it to just remind us that this is something that God's okay with,
Yeah.
right? But more importantly, it's really filled with our desires. but everything is driven by the life we want to live,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. There is something that I do in my practice, and I think a lot of providers do this because it's required when we're setting goals for clients. We look at SMART goals.
Yeah.
So SMART.
Okay.
S is
Sounds very smart.
S is being very specific about your goal.
Okay.
What do you want to accomplish? M is measurable. How do you track your progress with this goal? A is achievable. Is this goal realistic given your resources and time? R, is it relevant? Does this goal actually matter right now? And then a time bound, which we don't really we don't go, okay, in 5 years, this is it, but giving yourself that deadline for that goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to set time deadline. I think that it's helpful, right? But reality is we're not stuck to it.
We're not. I think it's important to be flexible with that timing.
But one thing we do practically is we meet once a month and we talk about our budget. But one of the conversations we have around our budget is where's our dream, where's our goal, right? Like when you wanted to come home, I knew that we needed an extra income to support this, right? Yes, there's some cuts that could happen, but more importantly, when we dream, we don't really just start cutting things to get to the dream.
Yeah.
We actually pray and figure out how to actually elevate ourselves to afford the dream.
Yeah, teaming up with God for our dreams.
Yeah, and it's okay to know practically what things cost because then you know what the dream is. You know what it's going to cost. You know exactly what it's going to take to get there.
Yeah, because there's a realistic side to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being realistic.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Do you have any last thing that you want to add?
No.
Okay. So I want to challenge you this week, if you have some time, is if money wasn't an issue and qualification wasn't an issue, what would you be doing? And what would you want to do?
Well, I do have something to add. And what life would you want to live, right? I'll give you an example. We wanted to spend quality time with our kids. So every January, I book the camping trips. But till this day, I'm dreaming of an RV that we can go do this in, right? And simply dreaming about the life we'll live on these camping trips to spend quality time with each other.
Yep. Okay, well, if you enjoy this episode, please give us a like and subscribe, and we will see you in our next episode. Thank you.